Welcome to your weekly staff meeting, hosted by me, Katy Prange, founder of Katy Prange Training and Development, your on-demand, relevant training source for staffers who work for an elected official. Let's learn something. Today's staff meeting asks the question, what does it actually say? So as staff, we put together a lot of content. We write bill briefs, we edit websites, we put together columns, we write press releases, we do all kinds of things that generate content. And sometimes it's important to step back and look at that content with fresh eyes to make sure that it says what you think it says. What does it actually say? So I was editing a website the other day. And I was looking at a page that was about a specific department that is part of an organization. And I was reading the content, and there was a lot of it. There were probably 4 or 5 paragraphs of content on this particular page. And I kept looking at it, and I read it over and over again, trying to understand what that particular department actually does. And I could not find any content on that page, out of all the words, all the beautiful language that was written there, that actually said what they do. So I raised the question to the person who's in charge of the project, and I said, what does this actually say to you? And she read it, and then she described what she knows that the department does. And I said, no, that's not what that says. Try it again. She read all of the content again, and she looked at me and she said, no, you're right. It doesn't actually say that. So there was a ton of language. There was a bunch of content, but it didn't actually say what everyone who had worked on it thought it said, because they were frankly too close to the project. They all knew a lot about the content and the business that they were promoting via this website, but they didn't have fresh eyes. So, how do we as staff create fresh eyes? How do we make sure that all of the content that we are generating actually says what we think it says? Well, sometimes you can force yourself to step back and put in fresh eyes and take care of reviewing the content from that aspect. But sometimes you actually just need to find someone else who's not as close to the project as you are to take a look at it and tell you if it says what you think it says. And sometimes we can do that within our own team. We aren't all working on everything together all of the time. So maybe try to find another person on the team who's not working on it as closely as you are to take a look at your content to make sure that it's actually going in the right direction, that it's actually providing the information that you believe it is. And all you have to do is let them read it, let them review it without any discussion, and have them summarize what they read. And if their summary does not match your assumptions, then you need to go back and write it again. But if their summary comes back and basically says the things that you thought you were telling somebody, you've hit your target. And maybe there you can ask a couple follow up questions and say, did you get this content from what you read? And maybe they did and they just didn't include it in their summary. But if they didn't, it gives you a chance to go and fill in those blanks. So today's staff meeting is all about asking yourself, what does it actually say? What does the content, the messaging that I'm putting out there actually say? Am I hitting my target with the words that I am putting out there to try to get a message across to my reader, to my listener, to my audience? And if I want to be sure, I need to recruit a set of fresh eyes to take a look at it and give me honest feedback without any guidance on what they got from what I have put together. So I hope that serves you. I hope it gives you a good conversation for your staff meeting with the rest of your team, and I will talk to you soon. Hey, have you downloaded your free 6 strategies to become an indispensable staffer guide yet? If not, what are you doing? Get over to katyprange.com and download your free guide right away. We'll also invite you to a totally free 6-module video training on the same topic. Take a look. See you soon.